রামপাট ভিলেজ নেবারহুড কাউন্সিলে এসেছি এবং এইখানে যে অধিবেশন হলো, অধিবেশনে নেবারহুড কাউন্সিল আমাদের এই প্রজেক্টটাকে অ্যাপ্রুভ করেছে। এখন লস অ্যাঞ্জেলেস সিটি কর্তৃক এই স্থায়ী শহীদ মিনার যদি অনুমোদিত হয়, তাহলে মার্কিন যুক্তরাষ্ট্রে এটাই হবে প্রথম শহীদ মিনার মাইলস্টোন। লস অ্যাঞ্জেলেস
We're too late at that point. By the time we get there, they're
Thank you.
Usually a night out.
What is that going to do for you, impact-wise? And I want to definitely make sure you get all the council meetings to coverage for the opportunity. They go in regardless if the window is open or not. So just
to make permanent an annual monument constructed in the Shadow Park Recreation Center. On February the 21st of every year, the Bengali American community has a cultural festival in Shadow Park where they create a replica of a monument from back home known as the Shoohid minar. It's a large ceremonial arch which commemorates persons who took part in the first expression of Bengali independence in 1952, basically in defense of their language, against what was quite frankly Shadow Park, with Nikki from Councilman LaBonge's office and Councilman LaBonge himself and representatives from Rex and Parks. And we had determined amongst ourselves that the ideal location for the Shoohid Minar permanent monument would be in, quite frankly, an underutilized southeastern portion of said park on a little hillock with a nice view of, which would be the first one, I think, in anywhere in Los Angeles or in the United States, celebrating February 21st. Because in addition to being Bengali Independence Day, February 21st is also an internationally recognized United Nations Day of Remembrance. It's called International. It's really for everybody. I mean, Los Angeles, as we know, is a city of nationalities, of people who've come to Los Angeles from many different parts of the world. And we brought our culture and our language and our traditions with us. And the United Nations actually commemorated February 20th, their mother languages, for the purpose of cultural preservation. And here we have the front elevation of what the Shoohid Minar monument would look like when constructed. In our handouts, we have given you our estimated cost for construction of the project, which is $55,550. The funds for the construction of this project will be raised entirely within the Bengali American community here in Los Angeles, as will all responsibilities for the upkeep and maintenance of said structure, including a surety bond, which will be posted to the people.
And here in Los Angeles, it has been done every year on the 21st February. Maybe you don't know, but we want to let you know that it is there. And this year, from this year on, we want to celebrate the thing with everybody in Los Angeles, because everybody has his or her own mother language. And if we have a monument like this, then we can all get together and show our respect to our own culture, our mother language, for which we, the musical performance, everything that has to do with the mother language. So, and in Los Angeles, we are already doing it every year in Shadow Place, in Shadow Recreation Center.
When I was in the city of Dhaka, I was involved in the expansion of this project, and it is now with a very huge platform. As you can see, previously it was a very small podium, but later on there will be 4 towers. The middle one will be representing as a mother, and mother with 4 children, and with the shade. If you look at the side elevation, you will see is the main tower. The 2 feet raised platform. It would be made out of concrete steps, and the towers, the 4 towers. It will be constructed of
metal frame.
Get it going, or are you going to be leaning on, or are you going to need resources from, financial resources from somewhere else already?
We have our fund, yes. And within the community, we have, as Mr. Wilsey mentioned, we have estimated the construction cost approximately 55,000 to 60,000. And as I said, all the Bengali community people, they are all for it. And today you can see that there are several very distinguished members of the community here. And they already met the Department of Parks and Recreation, the councilman, Mr. Tom Lebon, and we got the blessing from him. And
This will be part of the Bengali community only, or
No.
will it be usable by
No,
anybody?
it will be open to everybody. Actually, it's going to beautify that part, of the park, and that's why everybody liked it.
Right. Being an ethnic monument, somebody else might come in there from a different community and use it in a different fashion. What happens at that point?
We don't have any problem.
It's sitting on a public
Yes,
spot.
it is for public use, and we want to have it that way, because it is for everybody and nobody has it.
Somebody could come
If
over
we
there
have
and
it,
have a birthday party and use it differently, Yeah.
Parking, okay, and this is the recreation center here. These are trees that are already here,
Yeah, these are the existing trees.
and so this would be to the right.
To the east of the, right. Yeah. To the right of Chateau Recreation Center.
So that
This will be Chateau Recreation Center.
We don't have any control with that one, so you get contract with the park and recreation.
okay.
Saying it's a park, we don't own that one, just we are maintaining that one.
The whole year.
That's right.
It has not been made clear. It is once a year, one day of the whole year. Okay.
Council to support this because in the Filipino community we worked very long with the city and with stakeholders in Echo Park to establish a Filipino-American Veterans Monument. And since that was built, it's been a gathering place for the community, it's been a marker for the community, it's helped attract people, Filipinos from all over the county really, to the area, which has helped bring revitalization to the neighborhood. And we understand how important these kind of monuments are for our communities and for our identity, and it helps celebrate the cultural diversity of our community. So I would urge the neighborhood.
Stumbled onto the festival one year and it was great, and it was the food was really good, and the people were very nice and generous, and yeah, I think it's currently an area that often has like nuisance uses like homeless.
That's right.
So I think to activate the space with something makes good sense.
I guess Rampart Village and Hi-Fi, do you have any formal support from any other organizations or groups aside out of the Bangladesh community?
Part of the requirement for building a monument in a park is the public process, where they have to present to the public, and the public has to give feedback and see if they like it, and this is what they're doing tonight. I would assume they would have to also do it at, does Chateau have a park advisory committee?
We should. I believe they might, yes.
I mean, just all the community groups.
You chose Chateau Park as opposed to some other park? I mean, why aren't?
Where they do the festival every year.
Yeah, there we do, not only that festival, we do.
And second, that that Rampart Village Neighborhood Council write a letter of support to our council office, Tom Labange, and the Parks and Recreation in support of this project. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay, so the ayes have it. So we...
Thank you.
Kimberly